welcome back to Dramatical Murder! Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. My setup is a little different today. We're gonna see if this is better. It's also been a while. It's been a while. Fully been a while since I have recorded, actually. I've been so busy. I can't believe I've been so busy. It's just been a constant thing of travel and family and, you know, all that stuff. So, we're back. Regardless, we are back in the club, hopefully. We're gonna test out the model a little bit more again today. I'm like, my setup is a little funny, so I tried something different. We'll see if this works. I don't know if it's better or not, but we'll figure it out as we go. Last time, what happened last time? It's been so long. Last time I think we had a sit-down talk with Koujaku, yeah? I think that's what happened, and we finally talked about our feelings for once and talked about the actual past, and we're like, let's not assume things about each other anymore because this is a lot. So, so that's what we're gonna do. So, I think that's where we left off. Let me adjust myself a little bit. Yeah, so, okay, there we go. So, you know, let's just get to it, and this is just trial and error every day, I guess. Oh my goodness, I'm so disoriented right now. I'm so sorry if I'm a little disoriented this video. It's because I've been out of practice, so apologies in advance. Okay.
Oh.
There we go. I gotta get back into it. Just gotta focus. Gotta focus. Okay.
この間さ、久しぶりに
Not the dream.
昔の夢を見たんだ。夜になってもばあちゃんが帰ってこないから、俺が泣いてて。そしたら、お前が探しに来てくれて。いつもお前、俺のことを探し出してくれただろ。俺、あれすげえ嬉しくてさ。いつも助けてくれる日。
なんでお兄ちゃん
頼れる兄貴って感じだったんだ。
Don't say that. This makes this weird. I'm just joking. It's okay. He'll get over that eventually.
だから、今度は俺がお前を助けたい。お前、この間言ってたよな。俺が抱え込むとこがあって、言わなきゃ気づかないから言い続けるって。
Hold on. I need to reread this. Hold on. This time I want to be there for you. I mean, it's like you said, you can't know what's wrong if I don't say anything, so you have to ask until I gave it up. Okay. I was like, am I not processing this? I'm loading.
それ、俺もそうすることにした。お前が抱え込もうとしてたら、俺を頼れ。巻き込めって言い続ける。
That's what bros are for.
それが俺たちの仲だろ。
No, honey. That's what bros are for, right? Things a little more than bros, but.
なんだかんだで、俺だって結局、お前のことを巻き込んじまってるわけだし。
Sure. I'm like looking at Koujaku right now. He's just like, not all the bro talk. I stopped there and studied Koujaku's face. He's been frowning the whole time, but now he sighs and laughs.
いや、ここに来る前な、何でもいいから話せってお前に言ったことを思い出したら、なんかおかしくなっちまって。言ってる本人ができてねって、最高にかっこ悪いだろう。
Yes? You were literally like keeping a whole like past from the homie, like.
俺ら似てるのかもな。自分のことになると、まるっきりダメになるとことか。
Hope one of the kitties came down from his little nap area. He'll be okay. I think he's bored.
そうかもな。昔の話って言えばよ。俺、この島に久々に帰ってきてお前を見たとき、実は結構驚いてたんだぜ。
I couldn't believe how you changed while I was gone. I was like, how long were you guys apart? You know what I mean? I'm like, y'all gonna change. This is a man thing. No, I'm just joking. I was like, this is a man thing. They're like, oh, you haven't changed at all. And then it's just like, what a shock. You've changed. You know? Sorry. I was making fun of them. Sorry.
驚いた？なんで？
Yeah, what do you mean?
あんなに小さかったお前がすっかり大人になっちまったってな。
Well, you expected him to be like 3 foot forever or something? Like,
当たり前だろそんなの。
Okay. It's kind of how it works. Okay.
あ、でも本当に驚いたんだ。俺の知らない青葉がいるって。
I'm gonna say nothing.
What?
I'm gonna say nothing. Koujaku flashes me a tender smile.
お前は気づいてなかったんだろうが、俺も見たことないお前に戸惑ったってことだよ。
I know that in this game they're like, oh, I'm realizing my feelings very slowly, and I'm like, homie, this is like, y'all need to smooch now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is the behavior of a married couple. No, I'm just joking. Like, or a couple that's like about to be married. You know? I'm just like, just smooch already, bruh. Like, sorry. I'm just roasting them because I feel like it. Okay.
似た者同士。
そういうことだな。
でも、俺は島に戻ってきたお前を見たとき、あんまり驚かなかったな。変わってないと思った。
What a roast. What a roast.
ひでえな。成長なしか
No, you stayed the same, Koujaku.
そうじゃない。さっきも言ったけど、コウジャクはいつも俺を助けてくれるヒーローだったからさ。
I hope he blushes. I think he blushed, right?
ヒーロー
Oh, no. I was hoping he would
そうだ
blush.
よ。なんだよ。
Oh, but blushes instead.
おおう。
Oh, is he blush? Hey, yeah.
だから、島に戻ってきたコウジャクも、昔と変わらない。俺の知ってるまんまのコウジャクだって思い込んでた。それで
変わってねえよ。何も。
Koujaku looks at me affectionately. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because they're just like, bro, dude, like, how do I say? Like, my Oni-chan, like, you know, and I'm like, please, the brotherly relationship, like, that aura is gone. Like, y'all need smooch. Y'all need to admit that this is a smooch situation. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry.
確かに俺たちは離れてる時間があった。が、俺たちの本質は
Yeah, like
何
the
も変わ
stuff
っちゃ
of
い
you
ねえ。
being in love with each other. Yeah, that's the same. Sorry.
ただ大人になって、いらねえこと考えるようになっただけで。俺は俺、お前はお前だ。そうだろ。
Okay.
なあ。
I nod and Koujaku offers his hand with a smile.
仲直りの握手だ。昔はよくやっただろ。こうやって手つないで。
Koujaku wraps his long, slender fingers around my hand.
それでお前、いつも俺にこう言うんだよな。
いつも
負けるなって。
そうだったっけか？
Who mean?
そうだよ。よく覚えてる。お前にそう言われるとさ、なんか力が湧いてくる気がして不思議だったな。
そうか。
That's cute. He smiles bashfully.
お前、これどうしたんだ？
Mm-mm.
何が？
首のとこ、なんか赤くなってるぞ。虫刺されっつより太めの針で刺したみたいな。
Oh, that's from the...
コウジャクさん
Oh. Just then, one of the Benishigure guys runs up. Jaku and I quickly pull our hands apart. Okay. Didn't have to be like, oh my gosh, people are gonna see us holding hands. Girl.
おう、どうした？
あの着物の野郎を追ってたやつから連絡が入りました。やつはオーバルタワーへ入っていったそうです。
オーバルタワー？
オーバルタワーってプラチナジェイルを管理するための塔だろ？
正確には管理もやってる。実際には東映財閥の本社ビルだって話だが。
I wonder if we'll get to the ending today, actually. I didn't think about this. I was just like, oh,
なんでそんなとこ
maybe it's
へ
ending
留保
time
が？
today.
あいつ、まさか東映と繋がってやが
Bro,
るの
he's
か。
got weird powers, like, you know what I mean? A hard light enters Koujaku's eyes.
よし、俺たちもオーバルタワーへ向かうぞ。
Okay, the Oval Tower. Oval Tower, I guess.
行きましょう。
でもどうやって中へ入るんだ？普通には入れねえだろうし。
Maybe we can.
入るとしたら裏からだろうな。
すね。着物野郎を追いかけてったやつの話だと、従業員用の通用口があって、そこらは警備が薄いらしい
I
です。
shouldn't be making this joke. This is it's such a crude joke. But security is pretty loose back there. I'm sorry. I must be tired. I must be tired to be making this
よ
joke.
し、それじゃあそこから攻めるか。
わかりました。
青葉、お前も来るよな。
Homie. As if I'm not. I'm the main character, sorry. Koujaku looks at me for confirmation.
聞かなくてもわかるだろ。
That's right.
俺とお前の仲だからな。
Enough. Enough. That's what bros are for. Enough. Koujaku flashes me a silly smile and I laugh. We're breaking into Toei's HQ to find a Yuho. It's kind of weird how this whole thing has turned out. In the beginning, Koujaku and I were after different things, but now our objectives are one and the same. All that's left on my end is to stop Toei's plot.
行くぞ。
Okay.
おっす。
Us. 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 We head for Oval Tower. When we reach the tower, we slip around the back to the employee entrance. There aren't many visitors around. From at security, just 2 guards standing by to let vehicles in through the gate. We watch from a nearby alley.
まず俺たちが突っ込んで警備を抑えます。その間にコウジャクさんたちは中へ入ってください。
I...
大丈夫か？向こうは飛び道具持ってるかもしれねえぞ。
Who knows? Who knows?
旧住民区の警官から聞いたんすけど、こっちの警備員は銃持ってると客の印象が悪くなるんで、小型のしょぼいのしか持たないらしいです。
Am I gonna get in trouble for saying that? No, no. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
そうか。だが用心しろよ。頼んだ。
よし。
よし、行くぞ。
Yosh, ikuzo! The Benishigure guys tear out of the alley and sprint for the gate.
なんだ。
ちょっとごめんなさいよ。
Sorry, boys. ladies. They pounce on the distracted guards and the scene descends into chaos.
俺たちも行くぞ。
ああ。
Koujaku and I break for the staff entrance. Halfway there, more guards appear to block our way.
待て。
Mate. I'm totally gonna stop. Mate.
このと。
Oh, here we go. Koujaku blocks the guard's baton with one arm and punches him in the gut.
くそ、おとなしくしろ。
Yeah. Yeah. A guard comes at me. I quickly dodge to the side. He stumbles and I throw a quick square. Oh, a kick. Square into his back. How many guards are there? Like 3 so far? I stomp on his back as he lurches forward, knocking him into the pavement. Benishigure members are going wild around us, climbing on the guards' backs, even picking them up and swinging them around.
Oba!
Alba! Koujaku calls my name. I join him and together we run for the entrance. The door is locked with an access panel.
これ俺たちの ID じゃダメだよな。
Yeah, we're just normies.
だろうな。こうなったらぶっ壊すか？
I love that. I love the smashies.
アバ、メールだ。
Ren pokes his head out of my bag.
こんな時にって
You know who's messaging. Let's go, baby. I try to ignore the message, but my coil activates on its own and floods the screen with notifications.
なんだよこれレン。
不明の動作だ。
It's running.
なんだそりゃ。
Let's go.
心の鍵？
Put Koujaku in the keyhole. Sorry.
お、
Suddenly the door in front of us opens.
急に開いたぞ。故障か？
I don't think so, buddy.
今のメール心の鍵が解放とかなんとか書いてあったけど。
それが関係あるかどうかはわからねえが、とにかく入るぞ。
I don't know. Let's go in. Koujaku glances back at his guys.
エレベーターで最上階へ向かってください。俺たちも行きます。
Okay. One of them has a guard pinned. He lifts a hand and waves us on. Koujaku nods back. Then we run through the door together. I recognize this CG. Of course, of all the CGs to remember. On the other side of the door is a long white corridor. So this is Oval Tower. I've heard that the tower has some areas open to the public, but we came in from the staff entrance, so there aren't any visitors in sight. I hear the faint sounds of footsteps in the distance, probably guards on patrol. We make our way cautiously down the hall.
なんかおかしいよな。
ああ、こんだけ騒いだのに警報すら鳴らないってのはどういうことだ？
There ain't no one here. They were expecting us. They knew what was up. You know, I don't trust nobody here. I don't trust no rich people. Neither of us needs to say it. We're thinking the same thing. But with that door opening on its own and all, it has to be a trap, right? Still, no turning back now. We keep moving until we see an elevator at the end of the hallway. 2 guards are standing next to the elevator. We try to slip into a side corridor to hide before they see us. However,
おい、そこで何をしている？
the beach. I'm lost. Can you help us out? No.
やばいな。
Too slow. Footsteps are approaching rapidly. Koujaku and I exchange nods. He runs out into the hall first. I follow.
お前たち何者？
Shabam! Koujaku knocks the first guard off his feet. Woo! Meanwhile, I kick the other guard down and run for the elevator. I reach out and smack the call button.
ちょっと眠っててくれよ。
Ah. As the second guard starts to rise, Koujaku knocks him out with a blow to the back of the head. Then he pulls a sword from his back, sheath and all, and delivers a punishing blow to the first guard's gut.
Koujaku!
The elevator's here. With a shout to Koujaku, I jump inside and hit the button to close the doors. Koujaku slips through just before they shut.
ああ、
Ah yes,
危ね
big elevator.
危機一髪最上階でいいんだよな。
To the top, baby!
ああ、
I press the button. The elevator slowly begins to ascend.
あのさ、思ったんだけど、
Which is not good. No, I'm just joking.
ん
お前のチームのやつら、なんで最上階って言ったんだろうな。そこに東映がいるってことか。
That's a good
それとも
question.
劉邦のことか。
That's a great question.
どっちかはいるってことじゃねえのか？調べたか聞いたかしたんだろ
そうだよな。
う。うん。
Koujaku looks unsure. I hate to doubt the guys from Benishikure. I just can't shake the thought. Why did they tell us to go to the top floor? Wait, were they like brainwashed or like goopied? I mean, it makes sense for the boss to be at the top, so maybe that's all it was. Maybe it was the brain goopies. The elevator gradually slows to a stop. The moment the doors begin to open, I tense up, anticipating more guards. All we see is another long, light hallway. I check left and right just to be sure. There's no one lying in wait. Koujaku and I exchange a glance and start down the hall. After a minute or so, we reach a massive door. We haven't passed any other rooms. This one must take up the entire floor. We stop just before the door.
あいつら、遅いな。
He must mean his Benishigure guys. They said they'd be right behind us. What happened to them? Oh, girl. Could they have been captured? Hope not. Can't wait here forever. Reluctantly, we approach the door. As I expected, the door opens into a single cavernous room. A man standing at the center. Yuho!
劉邦。
The cheerful expression I've come to associate with him is markedly absent. His piercing stare gives his smile a predatory gleam.
紅雀、必ず来ると思ってたよ。
Why did they? I'm just like the kind of like translation stuff. Like I'm just like, why didn't they put Koujaku's name? But I guess I don't know. These are decisions that I know nothing about. So I'm just curious why he said Koujaku's name. Like Koujaku, I knew you'd come, or like I knew you'd come, Koujaku. You know what I mean? But that's okay.
てめえ。
These context, I don't know.
劉邦。
やあ、青葉くんも来てくれたんだね。これは嬉しい。
Yeah, see, he doesn't say Aoba. Like, I mean, I guess you could. Sorry, I'm getting nerdy. I'm just curious why. I'm like, you could just put Aoba, or unless it like looked prettier, just leaving out the Aoba, like, you know, like it's just one line. I don't know. I'm just curious. It's like my thing where I'm like, why leave that out? Like, why make it this way? You know what I mean? Like, I'm always curious. Okay, sorry.
ふざけんなよてめえ。青葉に手出しはさせねえからな。
That's right. That's right.
それはただ単にお前の意見
That's not
だ
up to you.
俺が青葉くんを手に入れてしまうかどうかはまだわからない。
Okay, don't try to playboy me right now. Don't try to playboy me right now.
劉邦。
Koujaku reaches for the sword in his back. Instantly, the atmosphere in the room shifts. It's happening again. Koujaku is losing it. Ooh. Okay, there it is. He rips the sword from its sheath and grips it in both hands. His body seems to glow with malice.
俺が青葉くんを手に入れたらお前に次ぐ二人目のいやお前とはまた別の傑作が生まれることになるだろうよ。
Giving birth. Okay. Not you, Ryuho. Not you. Not you.
抜かせ。青葉には指一本触れさせねえ。
Okay. I think they're gonna explain, or I'm
そ
gonna
んな
find
風
out
に
why
感情に任せて
Koujaku
怒っ
gets
てるようじゃ
mad, and
ダ
it's
メだ。
probably the tattoos and why.
俺が言ったこと
I'm trying to remember
忘れ
why.
たのかい？
You really need to calm down after being the one to give him like a tattoo that probably escalates his aggression. Yeah, sure. The air trembles with the force of Koujaku's roar. I have to stop him. It's like his rage is consuming him from within. Okay, yeah. If he lets his anger control him, if he doesn't snap out of it, a shiver crawls up my spine. I have to stop Koujaku before it's too late.
こうじゃ青葉さん
I knew it. I knew it! I turned to see several Benishigure members standing behind me. When did they get here?
お前ら
I knew it. One of them grabs me by the shoulders. Something's wrong. I look into his face. His eyes are dark, empty, lifeless, the dolls. I've seen eyes like this before. Mizuki. Not Mizuki!
紅雀さんを止めちゃダメです
Ooh.
何言って。だってこのままじゃあいつ。
これは紅雀さんが望んだことです。止めるのは野暮ですよ。
This is not what he wants!
アーバさんといえども、
This is
それ
not
だけ
what
は許し
Koujaku
ません。
wants!
最後まで見守りましょう。俺たちと一緒に。
No. No. This is what Koujaku wants? For me to just stand here and watch? No. Can't let that happen.
離せ。
I nearly managed to wrench my shoulder from the man's grip. Then the others joined him to restrain me.
紅雀。
Koujaku turns his head a fraction. He hears my voice. He isn't lost yet.
お前ら何やってる。
面白いことを教えてやろうか。
Maybe. Ryuho indicates... Oh. Yeah, indicates me and the Benishigures.
あいつらの首筋見えるか？細い傷があるだろう。青葉くんの首にも同じものがある。
Not like this. Also, I realized something. Hold on, red kimono, blue kimono, yellow hair, blue hair, and then yellow sheath, the teal bluish jewel. So sorry, I just thought that was a very interesting contrast, like to their accessories and stuff. And like the accessories here are red, the accessories here are gray. So I'm just sorry. I love color. I love color, especially when the design is thought of color-wise. So I force my head to the side to look at the neck of the guy next to me. He has a mark that looks like it was made by a heavy gauge needle. There's something like that on my neck too? Wait, Jaku mentioned something. Something about needle marks on my neck.
てめえ青葉とうちのやつらに何しやがった。
Well, he poked them. That's sorry.
青葉くんはね、クラブの入り口で立ち往生してるのを見たときに、
Ew, don't say it like that.
だからつい
Ew,
出来心で
stop.
一針持ったのさ。
Eat that.
少し精神が乱れやすくなる類の薬をね。青葉くんがどんな風に反応してどう乱れるのか見てみたくて。だがそうしたら途中でお前が現れた。
I don't like that.
お前がここに来ていると知ってから俺も久々に策なんぞ真剣に練っちまったよ。目的は2つ。青葉くんをどうやって手に入れるか、それからお前をどうじらして煽るか。
Okay, that's a less gross metaphor.
お前に
Oh, sorry. I cut him off too early.
お前へのお膳立てのために 俺は何度か旧住民区へ足を運んだんだ。お前のお仲間たちにちょっとした仕掛けをするためにね。
まさか。
そう、俺の針、お前もよーく知ってるだろう。俺の執念をみっちり込めた針は皮膚から体内へ染み渡り、人の心をも動かす。そのためには先端のほんの一刺しでいい。刺された方はほとんど痛みを感じない。虫が止まった程度だと思うだけだ。お前が俺の部屋に押しかけてきた時、あいつらはすでに俺の傀儡だったんだよ。
No. With a gleeful smile, Ryuho claps once. One of the Benishigure's grab my arm and twists. Owie. Though I wasn't paying attention, I recall hearing a clap earlier too. Is that how he's controlling them?
彼らと青葉くんを生かすも殺すも、いよいよ俺たち次第ってわけだ。
てめえ、絶対許さねえ。今この場でぶち殺してやる。
お前、やっぱり俺の言ったこと忘れてるだろ。
Oh my gosh.
その背中に入れ墨を入れた当時は、お前がまだ子供だったから運よく元に戻れただけだ。けど成人したら気をつけろって確かにそう言ったはずなんだがな。ねえ、母親殺しの公爵。
Okay. I forgot about that.
言うな
I look like I'm smiling, but I'm not. A howl tears from Koujaku's throat. His body seems to double in size. Am I hallucinating? Oh. Sorry. I know this is not a good thing, but this I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Sorry. Focus. His muscles bulge. His top rips open. No, sorry. No longer able to contain them. I gotta focus. Sorry, I gotta focus. I can do it. With his upper body exposed, the tattoo on his back is exposed as well. The sight makes me shiver. For different reasons. I'm so sorry. I'm so good. Okay. What was a striking field of peonies before is now transformed into something different. The flowers are glowing a brilliant red, the color of raw flesh, and the shape has extended to cover his entire left arm. It's like the tattoo itself is alive. Okay, that is the only thing I remember. That's the only thing I remember, like, specifically, is that the tattoos are technically alive. That was, like, the only thing I could recall. Focus. We're gonna be okay. I can do it. Koujaku's breaths are panting, wild and feral. His eyes are empty of all emotion, save rage and hate.
Koujaku!
I call his name with all my might, but it does not reach him. You need to stop. You need to stop right now. Ryuho gazes upon Koujaku's altered form, A wide grin spreading his lips, sorry.
お前に刻んだ入れ墨はね、一つの実験でもあったんだよ。実験だなんて言いたかない
I forgot about
が、
that.
誘いを受けたんだ。東映からね。
どうへ。
入れ墨は人の業であり、刻印だ。刻んだら最後、一生背負うことになる。それ相応の覚悟が必要だ。折る方もまた同様にね。東映はずっと人の心を操る方法を研究していた。そしてどこからか
The idea
俺の
is
噂を聞きつけたんだろうね。こうも入れ墨で人の心を操ることは可能かってね。面白い発想だと思ったよ。俺はそれに興味をそそられた。そしてその入れ墨は見事にお前
I'm
の
sorry, I
心
keep
をくら
cutting
い
him off, but it's like
さ
he
らなる
pauses
昇華
too
を見せよ
long,
うと
and
して
then
いる。
I cut it off, sorry.
あれほど感情に身を任せるなと忠告してやったのに。バカなやつ。
He's a very angry guy, though. Like, you know, regardless of like who he was or how calm he was when he was younger, it was like it's pretty obvious that like Koujaku's an emotional person, so that was pointed, you know.
入れ墨はお前と共に育った。お前が未成熟なうちは入れ墨も幼いから、お前がどんなに怒り狂ったとしても正気に戻ることができた。けどお前が成人すれば入れ墨もまたしかりだ。お前が怒れば怒るほど入れ墨はその怒りを余すことなく吸い取り、最後には心をも食らい尽くす。その時入れ墨はお前の心臓と一体化して本当の花を咲かせるんだ。お前の命を燃やして糧にした見事な花をね。
There's that yandere smile I was looking for. I love this part. This part's cool. Okay. Yuho spreads his arms wide, an expression of utter bliss on his face. Okay, Iquina. Sorry. I'm so mean. No, you can never be. Never, Iquina. You my bestie. I swear.
もはや俺の人生に一片たりとも悔いはない。お前の理性と俺の執念がぶつかり合った。
I don't even know what this dude wanted. I like
勝者はこの
like some weird stuff where it's like, oh, my creation will kill me or something. Like some
さあ
some weird artist thing. I don't know. I say that as an artist, you know. Some weird eccentric artist thing, I should say. Like something like that.
俺の魂
Take me with you? Yeah, okay.
ビエーダメだ公爵やめろ
Don't do it! No! But my voice is powerless to reach him. Koujaku raises his sword and charges.
公爵
Do some. A sickening sound echoes through the room. Koujaku, with the strength of unbridled hatred, has driven his sword through Ryuho's chest. When it emerges from Ryuho's back, bright rivers of blood fall to the floor. Ryuho stoops forward, blood spurting from his mouth. He's laughing.
自分の最高傑作に殺される。
Yeah, that's some weird stuff.
堀し冥利に尽きるね。
A last font of blood erupts from his smiling lips. His head falls limp. Koujaku tears his blade free. Black stain blooms across the front of Ryuho's kimono, and then his body crumples to the floor. I couldn't stop it. Nothing is born from hate. I thought you knew that better than anyone. But you...
なんでだよ。紅弱
Homie, use your power. You got powers and stuff. Suddenly, the Benishigures restraining me collapse. Oh, because there's no control. I look around. Only Koujaku and I are standing. Crouch over one of them and check for a pulse. Not dead. They've just fainted. What does this mean? It's like Ryuho's death did something. Yeah, but not to that tattoo, I can tell you that. Here it is. Sudden drowsiness overwhelms me. My legs feel like rubber. I can't fall asleep here. My neck is burning. Reaching up with my hand, feel a swollen bump, some kind of bite. Ryuho's needle. All of the Benishigures were touched by it too. Did Ryuho's death trigger something in the people he was controlling? Uh-oh. Well, I know what happens here. No, I don't remember actually. So tired. A moment's loss of concentration will spell my collapse. Can't give in. Koujaku is still. Force myself to stand and lift my head. What I see there petrifies me. Koujaku is staring at me, his bloody sword in hand. His expression.
紅弱
He's feral, you gotta go. It's like he doesn't recognize me. Okay, it's time to go, Alba. You gotta use them powers. He charges at me, brandishing his blade. Willing my body to move, I throw myself to the floor. Not a moment too soon. Something cleaves through the air above my head.
紅弱やめろ
Koujaku readies his sword and charges me again. I roll, avoiding the blow by a hair's breadth.
紅弱しっかりしろよ
Alba, you know what you gotta do. The tattoo has now reached Koujaku's face, the pattern growing more sinister as it spreads. What can I do? You know what to do. You know what to do. Not that though. Not that. Destroy. Destroy. Destruction is the only way.
止める方法
Yes. Destroy him before he destroys you. Use your power. There is no other way.
やだ
If I use scrap, and Koujaku ends up like Mizuki,
その時にもしお前が的確な言葉を投げかけていたら
you can do it, Alba.
水木の意
You
識
know who you
は
are.
元に戻っ
You're
たかも
Yaoi
しれない。
Jesus. Sorry. You know who you are, Alba. Remember who you are. Okay. If I'd used my power properly, I might have been able to save him. To work with Koujaku. No time for doubt. I have no other options. I look straight into Koujaku's eyes. Don't think about what might go wrong. I have to see this through. It's going to work. That's right, bestie. I repeat the words in my head. It's going to work. Give me a second, I'm gonna turn on the lights. Hold on, I'm gonna get focused. I'm getting focused. I'm gonna turn on the lights. Hi, Raymond. Raymond's judging me. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna save Koujaku.
Koujaku!
As Koujaku charges, I run straight at him, dive into his chest. His sword grazes the tips of my hair. Ow, jeez. Destroy. Destroy. Ignoring the pain, I stare into Koujaku's blank white eyes and focus my mind. Okay, you don't have to say it like that. Let's go, Oba! Got this. Zoom. Okay, wait. Before I continue, I am so afraid, so I am going to save. In case. Something is dragging me down. A quicksand. I open my eyes. I'm standing in a dark room. Huh? Lighting screen. The floor is straw mats, too. The room is almost 5 meters across and lit by flickering candles set in tall candlesticks. Amid the smell of burning wax, I catch the faint fragrance. I'm really ruining the mood here, sorry. I catch the faint fragrance of sandalwood. Sorry. I haven't had water this whole time, sorry. Is this Koujaku's mind? It has to be a memory from the time he spent off the island. Open the door. Do it. I reach out to open the screen in front of me. I hear a voice, a woman sobbing. Is she behind the screen? Let's go, bestie. Heart pounding. I slowly open the screen. Stepping through, I find myself in a room just like the one I left. I feel something tickle my leg. I look down. Strands of thick black hair are wrapped around my ankle. Yeah. To my horror, the hair begins to grow, crawling up my body. I tear free and bolt into the room. The hair. No, not hair. It looked like hair at first. Now I realize that it resembles Koujaku's tattoo. I can hear it slithering after me. Koujaku's voice. His sobs have joined the weeping woman's. Where is he? Another sliding scream. Could Koujaku be on the other side? Desperate to stay ahead of the tattoo, I tear open the screen with both hands. Behind it is another identical room. The tattoo is in close pursuit. Let's go. I run across the room and open another screen. Again, the same room. Again. We gotta focus, brother. How far does this go on? That's the real horror here. Please. Finally. After running for what feels like forever, I finally enter a room that seems different from the others. A tattoo! I spin around. It pursued me relentlessly all through my flight. Now it has vanished without a trace. The screen I came through is closed. Safe? I let out a sigh of relief and take in the room. The center of the room, the futon. The child is lying there face down. The child is wearing a kimono, only below the waist. In the dim light of the candles, I realize that the child's back is trembling. The room's red tint is from more than just candlelight. Beneath the child, the futon is awash of crimson. That voice.
Koujaku.
When I approach the futon, the tattoo that I thought was gone appears behind me. I tense. The tattoo slips right past my feet. It swarms onto Koujaku's back and wraps itself around him like a black cocoon.
Koujaku.
I hear a wet sound, and then the screens at the back of the room are suddenly splattered in blood. People are fighting on the other side of the screen. Shadows flail upon the thin paper, and I hear screams and roars. Again and again, sprays of blood splatter across the screens. Are these really Koujaku's memories? What happened to him on the mainland? While I stand there petrified, the screen slides open without a sound. A woman peers through the opening, her face pale and wan, absent expression. She's wearing only underclothes. Her body is painted red from head to toe. She staggers toward the black cocoon. She falls to the floor, hands grasping. Her slender fingers tremble. Did she just say Koujaku? She's Koujaku's mother. She's so emaciated I didn't recognize her. Inside the cocoon, Koujaku moans as if responding to his mother's voice.
Koujaku.
I try to approach, but a savage pain brings me to my knees. My back is on fire. Sweat pours off my body. I'm shaking so hard I can hear my bones creak. This pain. Is this how it felt to be tattooed? I can hear his voice. I have to help him.
Koujaku.
I climb to my feet, fighting the pain. I approach the cocoon and frantically tear at it with both hands. The pieces of black tattoo scatter like charred paper. Eventually, Koujaku emerges.
紅雀起きろ
I reach for his blood-smeared back. The blood peels off his skin like jelly. It gathers on the floor, a dark red lump that grows into the shape of a man. I recognize it. Yuho. The blob's head melts and reforms like sugar beneath a flame, morphing into that devilish smile. I can almost hear his voice. His skin, his soul, it all belongs to me.
違う紅雀はお前のものじゃない紅雀から離れろ
That's right. You
紅
tell
雀
him.
を
You tell
解
him.
放しろ
I drive my fist into the creature's face. It bursts, showing the room with blood. I ignore it. Kneeling beside Koujaku, I shake him by the shoulder.
紅雀
Suddenly, everything goes white. I squeeze my eyes shut, but the light is still blinding.
気づいた時には何もかもが手遅れだった。
The light resolves into a series of images, progressing before me like a silent film. I see a big estate, a young Koujaku, his mother leading him by the hand. The man waiting at the gate has the air of an old-school mob boss. And standing next to him is a younger Yuho. The scene changes. Now it shows that candlelit room, futon where Koujaku lay, as Yuho put needle to skin. His eyes are screwed tight, hands clawing at the mats. The pain must have been unbearable. Again, the scene shifts. Koujaku is standing, sword in hand, amid a sea of blood. Bodies lie at his feet. His skin, too, is marked with red wounds.
あれは入れ墨の仕上げをするという日だった。
Koujaku's voice comes from everywhere at once.
針を刺す痛みがいつにも増してひどく、俺は途中で耐えきれずに気を失った。そして次に目が覚めたら、辺り一面血の海だった。家中のやつらがみんな倒れてて、俺には何が起こったのか全くわからなかった。信じられないことにその中にはおふくろもいた。自分の手を見ると血まみれの刀を握りしめていた。俺は正気を失って暴れてみんなを傷つけちまっていた。とはいえガキが闇雲に振り回した刀だ。みんな重傷を負ったもののかろうじて命は落とさずに済んだ。おふくろもそうだった。だがおふくろは意識を失ったまま回復することなく死んだ。俺のせいだ。俺が殺したも同然なんだ。紅雀。
I'm back in the candlelit room. Koujaku is standing in front of me. His body is covered by the tattoo, but life has returned to his eyes. When I peer into them, I see sadness.
正気に戻った時、嘘だと思った。全部たちの悪い夢だって。でも現実だった。そうはっきりと認識した時、俺は本当に気が狂いそうになった。いっそ狂っちまいたいと思った。そして俺も死んじまった方がいいって。むしろ死ぬべきなんだと。 お袋を手にかけちまった俺が生きてる意味なんて、生きる資格なんてないと思った。だから俺はその場で持っていた刀で死のうとした。そうすることこそが正しい。その時はそう思ったんだ。だができなかった。どうしても。なぜか
See what I say.
お前の顔が浮かんできて。
Like, oh, no. But we're bros. You know, but we're bros. Sorry. Sorry. They'd be breaking my immersion too. I'm like all emotional, like focusing, and then they're just like, but then I saw your face and I'm like, yeah. Koujaku looks at me, face twisted with pain.
小さい頃のお前の笑顔が浮かんできて、そうしたら無性に泣けてきて、辛くて悲しくて恐ろしくて苦しくてどうしようもなくなって、本気で死にたいと思ってたのに、同じくらい生きたいと思った。どうすりゃいいのかわからなくなって、結局俺はこの島に戻ってきた。死ぬこともできず、中途半端な最悪の状態で、ただどうしてもお前に会いたくて。お前に会えば何かが変わるんじゃねえかって、そんな都合のいいことを考えてたんだ。この島でお前と再会した時、お前がすっかり大人になってて驚いたけど、でも笑顔は何にも変わってなくて。だから大丈夫かもしれないと思ったんだ。この島でお前と一緒にいれば、時の流れが過去の記憶を薄めていってくれるんじゃねえかって。だが無理だった。どんなに平穏を望んでも、ふとした瞬間に思い出すんだ。血まみれのあの日のことを。そんな俺を嘲笑うようなタイミングで、あの野郎劉邦まで出てきやがった。あいつを見た瞬間思ったんだ。ああ、やっぱり俺は逃れられねえ。あいつを殺して俺も死のうって。
Not like this.
あいつを殺したところで何も変わらないのは初めっから分かってた。だがどうせ地獄行きが決まってるなら、せめてそのくらいの復讐はいいだろうって、そう思ったんだ。俺は劉邦を殺すという望みを叶えた。だが俺の過去は何も変わらねえし、背中の入れ墨も消えねえ。むしろ劉邦を殺したことで、この手にはさらに深く血が染み込んじまった。だからもういいんじゃねえかって思ったんだ。あがくことをやめて、俺は俺の罪に身を任せようって。
Koujaku lowers his head. I realize that the black tattoos from before have wound themselves around his feet. Koujaku. What I saw was indeed his past, but he never told me about. I can't blame him for keeping it secret. How are you supposed to talk about something like that? How might I have responded? However deep our relationship, it was only natural for Koujaku to. In fact, I do feel conflicted. Not because I'm shocked by what Koujaku did, because I don't know what to say. Words seem powerless in the face of such a past. The look on Koujaku's face is one of utter resignation. The black tattoos have reached his waist and are now making their way toward his chest. It's like Koujaku is letting the Yuho's work devour him. No. Koujaku hurt a lot of people. His mother died because of what he did. But none of that was Koujaku's fault. It was all because of that tattoo. Ryuho's work and toys. But of course, Koujaku knows that, and he still blames himself. We can't change the past. Still, I want to lose him. Maybe I'm just being selfish. I don't care. I can't just stand here and watch while Koujaku destroys himself. Koujaku is a prisoner, both to Ryuho's tattoos and his own memories of the past. His wounds are just too deep. He'll never stem the flow of blood on his own. If I leave him like this, he'll swallow him whole. And so, before that happens, Yo would destroy them. Destroy. Destroy him. My power scrap can only destroy. I'll destroy Koujaku and free him from his past. Come on. You can do it, Oba. I walk up to Koujaku and grab his shoulders. Slowly, he lifts his head and stares at me with hollow eyes.
Koujaku! 負けるな!
What? I hope I chose right. Otherwise, this is gonna be a very awkward first ending episode. Did I do it?
俺は何がどうなって
We're back, baby, I think.
青葉どうなったんだ俺たちは助かったのか
Are you okay? Oh no, Koujaku. Oh no.
そうか助かった終わったのかよかったお前にもたくさん迷惑かけちまって本当にすまねえ悪かったな
Never, bestie.
青葉
Never.
いいよ
Oh, but for a moment I was like, oh! I was like, no, no, no. He didn't say daijoubu. He said iyo. Okay.
いや本当にお前がいなきゃ俺はとっくの昔に死んでたかもしれね
Smooch now.
え俺をこの世につなぎ止めてくれたのは
Focus, focus,
お前だ
focus.
本当にありがとうな恩に着るぜ
はあ紅雀
I don't like it when he says it like that.
おい青葉
I'm
お前
scared.
何やって
Oh.
大丈夫かいきなりどうしたん
Enough
だ
with the
よ
broski stuff.
抱き
Enough.
ついて
Enough.
びっくりして尻餅ついちまったじゃねえか
いいよ
何が
What's happening? Smooch, 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 smooch.
青葉
紅雀
お前
Hey, woo, ladies. Sorry.
何も心配しなくていいお前のことは全部わかってる全部知ってるだから
そうか
あ
不思議だなお前とこうしてると
I
心
didn't
が
realize.
安ら
Wait a second. I didn't realize
すごく落ち
this
着く
scene was in the tower.
これまでのいろ
I
んな
thought
こ
the
とが
scene was
嘘みたい
like at the house later when they were like safe. I'm like, what doing? Like, I know I was making jokes about smooching, but I'm just like, yo, we're still in danger. I don't know if we're safe. I don't know we're safe here. I don't know if we're safe here yet. Okay.
ああ。青葉。その、変なこと言うようだが。
We are still in the tower. We are still in the tower. Did I get the bad ending? No, I don't think so. This is the good ending, right? Hold on.
いいよ。
Oops, sorry.
青葉。青葉。キスしてもいいか。
いいよ。
I think I'm like... I think I've played too much horror, and so I forget. Like, you know, I forget. I'm just like, my immediate reaction is like, this don't seem right. You know? This don't seem right. Especially after playing slow damage. I'm like, I don't like the way you said tomorrow. You know what I mean?
青葉。
Are they gonna smooch or not?
いいよ。
もっと触っていいか。
You are not gonna smash in this tower. There are dudes there. They could wake up.
いいよ。
青葉。
Calm down. Calm down right now.
いいよ。いいよ。
I'm like afraid to click. I feel like I got a bad ending.
いいよ。いいよ。
Because he's saying it in that way and I'm scared.
いいよ。いいよ。いいよ。いいよ。
Yeah, I'm afraid.
本当にいいのか。
Oh yeah, this is either I got a bad ending or this isn't the complete thing. See.
本当にこれでいいのか。
I don't remember. I'm scared. Okay. You know me. I'm scared, y'all. Okay.
本当にこれでいいのか。負けるな。
Did I get it? I'm so scared.
負けるなよ、コウジャク。
青葉。
お前はこんなとこにいちゃいけない。
Oh, sorry. I get like so scared.
ちゃんと向かい合わなきゃいけないものがあるって分かってるんだろ。
Your smoochies. You can get real smoochies instead of fake ones.
俺が一緒にいるから行こう、公爵。本当のケリをつけよう。
青葉。
Excellent. We're back. We're back, baby. We're back in the room at the center of his mind. Black tattoos have covered his chest. They take a deep breath and look into his sad eyes.
本当はもう分かってるんだよな。さっきお前も自分で言ってたけど、いくら忘れようとしても目を背けようとしても起きてしまったことは変えようがないってこと。お前はたくさんの人を傷つけた。おふくろさんも。それは消すことのできない事実だ。
言うな。
言うよ。俺はお前に言う。お前はお前が望んだんじゃないにしろ
Have to
罪を
face
犯したんだ。
your past transgressions.
分かってる。
That's not what he said.
そんな
That's
俺
not
が
what he
のう
said.
のうと生きてるんだ。
That is not what he said.
そんなの許されねえってことくらい分かってる。
確かに罪を償う方法として死ぬって選択肢もある。でも死んだら何もかもなくなる。お前の罪も何もかも全部。その瞬間お前はお前の苦しみから解放されるんだ。本当にそれでいいのか。そんな風に逃げることになってもいいのかよ。
逃げる。
I think he can.
そうだ。お前はそれでいいかもしれないけど、
I was about to
残さ
say,
れ
I
た
was
奴らは
like,
どうなるんだよ。
throw it in
チーム
their
の
elbow.
連中だって
What
そう
about
だ
me?
し、
What about me?
俺だって。
Bro.
チームのやつらはあいつらは大丈夫だろう。俺がいなくても新しいヘッドを立ててやっていけるはずだ。
じゃあ俺はどうなるんだよ。
That's right. Tell him, Alba. What happens? What happens, huh?
お前は
俺がいなくても大丈夫とか言うなよ。俺の答えをお前が決めるなって
You go.
前にも言ったよな。
You go.
大丈夫じゃねえよ。チームの奴らだってそうだ。お前が思ってるほど周りはそんなに強くない。
I know what he's trying to say, and it's just funny because it's just like your friends are weak. They're weakies. They got weak knees. Weak sauce.
お前がいなくなったら悲しいし辛いし心に傷を負うんだよ。なのに
Alba
お
said,
前は勝手に
"Please."
大丈夫だって決めつけて周りを傷つけるのか。心の傷は薄れることはあってもなくなることはない。体とは違う。お前だってそうだろ。傷を癒しにこの島に来たのに劉邦を見たら我を忘れた。お前はそういう傷を俺たちにもつける気なのかよ。
じゃあ俺はどうすりゃいいんだよ。
他の方法なんて一つしかない。
Live!
お前が正気を失ったのは劉邦の入れ墨のせいだ。でも実際にやったのはお前だ。その事実は変わらない。だからお前は一生その入れ墨と生きていくしかないんだ。お前が孔雀である限り。でも俺たちが
Koujaku grits his teeth and hangs his head. The tattoos have ceased their advance.
お前がどんな罪や宿命を背負ったとしても、俺の知ってる孔雀って人間は何も変わらない。
青葉。
お前がもし自分を見失いそうになったら、俺が何度でも言うから。俺の知ってる孔雀がどんなやつかってこと。それから俺はそいつをずっと信じてるってこと。だから負けるな、孔雀。その入れ墨と過去に負けるなよ。
Slowly, the despair on his face fades, and the light returns to his eyes. The black tattoos crumble and vanish.
孔雀、今から俺がお前を壊す。お前が囚われてる過去のお前自身を
Got this.
壊すよ。
When I open my eyes again, we're back in the real world. Ouchies! My head is killing. The room spins. I barely keep from puking. I collapsed at some point. I'm lying on the floor. But my body feels so heavy. It's over. I hear a voice, the same voice that keeps telling me to destroy. Who is it? Related to Scrap?
Over!
Wake me up! Wake me up! I gotta wake up! Okay. Someone lifts me up. Blurry eyes. I see Koujaku looking down at me. Worry etched on his face. His eyes are the eyes of my oldest friend. Goodness. We made it.
よかった。
どうした？どこか痛むのか？
It's over. Finish.
声が。
声？誰の声だ？おい！
Give in. Time is up. And just like that, I understand everything. What Scrap really is. Who's been whispering in my ear all this time. It's him. Me. Base instincts. My ID. Part of myself driven purely by desire. He wants only one thing. To kill, destroy, make everything go away. Scrap is his power, not mine. The more I used it, the stronger he became. And now I've used too much. Balance has shifted. It's finally strong enough to consume me. He succeeds. cease to exist, his body will be his to control. He will destroy everything. He has no other wish. But what else could I have done? He needed his power to rescue Koujaku. I couldn't have done it without him. So if this is the price, then okay.
おい、青葉、どうした？
Ultimately, all I can do is destroy. It makes sense that I would destroy myself too. If he takes over, I will spread death and destruction far and wide. How many people will I kill? How many minds will I break? Not only strangers, but everyone I care about. That makes me sick. Ah! Throw him up! Throw him up! Throw him up! My head. Destroy. 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 Destroy everything. Destroy.
青葉、しっかりしろ！青葉！
Come on! Focus! Focus! There he is. I know him. It's him. we won't see him. We won't see him till like the
緊急
end.
事態。
They're awake. They're awake.
なんかやべえぞ。
We gotta go. Time to run down all those stairs. Then Ishigure's wake up and immediately start panicking.
この玉崩れるんじゃねえ。
Let's go.
青葉さんも早く逃げましょう。
ああ、青葉、大丈夫か？俺に使え。
Grab onto me. Grab on.
俺は
あ
Ah! Not after all that. Koujaku jerks like he's been struck. My head hurts. That voice just won't stop. I can barely keep my eyes focused.
俺はいいよ。お前らだけ
Not Koujaku. Not he gonna be like, no.
何言ってんだお前。
俺の力このままだとまずいかも。暴走するかもしれない。
スクラップがか。
ああ、そしたらお前たちもみんな壊しちまうかも。だから
青葉。
Brother, focus! Koujaku grabs me by the collar and looks me in the eye. His glare is so intense that my breath catches in my throat.
俺の目を見ろ青葉。
Yeah, this is not the time. Like, we gotta get out. Like, it's the same thing when they're like, hey, let's like make out in this tower full of danger. And I'm like, hello?
お前が今どうなってるのか俺にはさっぱりわからない。
I bet it sucks. But we gotta go. Like, you know, we can talk about it later.
俺はお前をここに置いていくつ
He
もりは
basically
ね
said, we can talk about it later. Okay, we can talk about it later. Not right now.
お前のその力があったから俺は戻ってこられたんだ。お前が過去に囚われた俺をぶっ壊してくれたから俺は今ここにいる。だから今さらお前のその力が怖えなんてこっちはみじんも思ってねえんだよ。暴走？んなことになったら俺が力ずくで止めてやる。
コウジャク。
ほらいいからさっさと立
Let's
て。
go! Let's go! Koujaku throws my arm over his shoulder, then grabs me around the waist and stands up.
自分勝手な理屈で消えるなって言ったのはお前だろ。だから俺もお前を意地でも連れていく。俺を呼び戻した責任取ってもらうからな。
I bet. Koujaku flashes me a confident smile. I know it's not really the time, I can't help thinking, he really is my hero. Okay, girl. A warmth fills my chest. It seems to dampen my headache some. And it feels like the shadow of him in my mind is starting to retreat.
しっかりつかまれよ。行くぞ。
The room is shaking non-stop. Together, we stagger toward the only exit. Just as we reach the door, Koujaku looks back.
どうした？
いや、今誰かに見られてたような。
Ooh. For a second, I thought I saw someone. I think I saw him too. Listen to that.
床崩れるんじゃねえか。
Let's go, brothers! Brothers, we gotta go!
どうしよう。
Run!
慌てるんじゃね
Yeah, run! Koujaku roars at his men.
え。てめえら紅しぐれの一員ならちゃんとしろ。
Yeah, come on, y'all! Like, let's go!
よし、とっとと脱出だ。
With the tower coming apart around us, we run.
エレベーター止まってるんでこっちです。階段で降ります。
You were gonna take the elevator, girl. In fires, in earthquakes, in any natural disaster, never take the elevator. You have to take the stairs. We run for the stairs. My headache is mostly faded, so I no longer need Koujaku's support. We leap down the stairs a flight at a time, alarms blaring in our ears. I don't know how far there is to go. We'll just have to keep running until we make it. My body is at its limit. If I stop for even a moment, I know I won't move again. At the same time, I feel like I can keep running forever, for as long as it takes to escape. Almost there. Come on, come on. The endless spiral of the staircase is making me dizzy. No one says a word. There's only the sound of our panting echoing off the walls.
もうすぐ1階です。
Come on, come on! Looking down, I see the staircase end in a hallway. Almost there. We burst into the hall.
おい、
Run! Guards swarm us from every direction. They must have been waiting to ambush us.
こんな時までご苦労なこった
Yo,
な。
the building is breaking! Like, get
なんだよ。
out!
早期へ。
Without a moment's hesitation, the Benishigures throw themselves at the guards. Koujaku and I are surrounded too. The floor is shaking, and I can hear explosions high above. We're almost out of time.
青葉、ちょっと下がってろ。
Koujaku takes a step forward and readies his sword.
おい、コウジャク。
一気に終わらせてやるぜ。
That's right. Grinning savagely, Koujaku swings his blade in a wide arc. Oh, the Suji! I love the Suji. Ah! Okay.
うわー。何？
Nani? The broad slash bows down the guards, pushing back those it doesn't knock out.
てめえらもどいてろ。
ははい。
おら。
Oh yeah! 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 As soon as his men disengage with their guards, he swings his sword again. The guards collapse like rag dolls.
みんなまとめて一掃だ。死にはしねえから安心しな。
I don't know, not if this place is breaking down, you know what I mean? I watch, awestruck, as Koujaku mows down the guards with a smile. The guy is just amazing. Even now, he's still Koujaku, the guy who jumps in without a second thought, who always has your back no matter what. Just like watching him beat up bullies back when we were kids. He hasn't changed, not one bit.
よし。
Koujaku only stops when not a single guard is standing.
おい、お前ら行くぞ。
はい。
青葉。
ああ。
The shaking is getting worse and the explosions are getting closer. We make a beeline for the entrance.
出られた。
Yeah.
外だ。
Blessed be. Once we're a good distance away from the tower, we turn around to look. The top portion of the tower has collapsed, a plume of black smoke rising into the sky. Even from here, I can see the building shaking.
ここは危ねえ。離れるぞ。
Yeah, we should do that. Koujaku leads me away by the arm. I look back over my shoulder. With the collapse of Oval Tower, Platinum Jail is finished. Boy's plans are in ruin. I still don't know why it collapsed, but something nagged. Those messages from the damsel in distress. That game seemed to foretell the future. I assumed it was a trap. But what if something in the tower was guiding us all along? Absurd, I know, but I can't shake the thought. Ah, peace. With the Oval Tower destroyed, Platinum Jail ceased to function. But thanks to prompt intervention from the mainland, always the mainland, the chaos was quickly resolved. The tower collapsed because of a malfunction in Platinum Jail's central control system. Beyond that, details are scarce. By some miracle, everyone in the tower managed to escape with, at worst, minor injuries. Apparently, they all received a message alerting them before the building's collapse. However, a number of people, including Toy himself, are still missing. The incident brought Toy's mind control research to light. The celebration, which was a cover for his largest experiment yet, was cancelled. He might have put all of Midorajima under his control. Toy Corporation's products and services, including Allmates, were transferred to other corporations. Rhyme too changed hands. Sui was replaced. Thus, bit by bit, the shadow of the Toy Corporation was lifted from my town. Now, the people of Midorijima are working hard to return it to its former glory. I haven't seen Noise since, but I hear rumors of his gang's activities. Player pops into humdrum junk on occasion. Haven't heard a word from Pink, but it'd take a lot more than that to put him down. Mizuki regained consciousness. He hasn't been released from the hospital yet, but he always looks so happy when I go to visit. As for me, those awful headaches are gone now. Completely. It's almost like I never had them. The sensation in my hair has started to fade too, together with his presence inside me. I can tell he's still there, but it's kind of like he's sleeping deep inside my heart. I'd be lying if I said I had no worries at all, but despite everything, things have been shockingly calm since the incident. After the tower collapsed, Koujaku and I, along with the Benishigureis, returned to the old residential district. Koujaku passed out on the way back and spent some time in the hospital. The tattoo was part of it, but he was mostly just exhausted, physically and mentally. He slept for 3 days straight, which worried me, but once he woke up, he was back to his old self in no time. After that, we slowly got back to our normal routine. Oh, I bet you did. And now, about 1 week later, I'm sitting behind the counter at Humdrum Junk, like always. I saw Koujaku the other day. He was discharged from the hospital, but we haven't gotten together since. I hope he's doing alright. I heard he closed up shop. You feeling okay? Just then, the door opens and Koujaku walks in.
いらっしゃいませ。
I take my elbows off the counter and sit up straight. Instead of perusing the shelves, the customer heads straight for the counter. He must want to place an order. But then...
Yo!
Yeah, who else was it gonna be? Who else was it gonna be over?
Koujaku!
I realize that it's Koujaku. He flashes me his familiar smile.
なんか久しぶりな感じがするな。
Gosh, stop. Enough of this. Enough of the broskies!
ああ、お前こそ大丈夫なのか？
Smooch!
あ、もうすっかり元通りだ。
でも今は仕事やってないって聞いたけど。
Yeah.
ああ、 まあそれ
It's
に
not
関
the
しては
complications.
そうだな。
Maybe he isn't quite back to normal after all. For some reason, I feel restless. Maybe it's just because we haven't seen each other in a while, but I get the impression he feels the same.
まあそれよりだ。
So, you
仕事が終わった
free?
ら時間になる
You
か。
got you free? So you free after work?
ああ、
久々にお前んちが恋しくてな。
恋しいって来るのはいいけど、今日はばあちゃんいないぜ。町内会の会合があって遅くなるってさ。
ああ、構わねえよ。
I bet it is.
ばあちゃんの飯狙いでなく？
He's looking for a different kind of cooking, Alba.
つうか、ちょっと話したくてよ。
Stuff.
いろいろこうな。
Yes. Stuff. Koujaku looks me in the eye, seeking confirmation that I understand. Admittedly, I have a pretty good idea what he wants to talk about. We made it back in one piece and everything settled down, but I mean, so much happened in such a short time. Not just with the island, but also between me and Koujaku. I want to take my time and talk it out with him too.
わかった。じゃあ仕事終わった時にまた連絡する。
おう、待ってるぜ。それじゃまた後でな。
Hi.
ああ。
Koujaku nods and leaves with a wave. He wants to talk. I lean back on the counter and sigh. It's not like I'm imagining anything specific, but for some reason, my heart beats faster. I bet it does. Sorry. Oh, goodness.
お邪魔しますと。
はい、どうぞ。
どうぞ. I meet up with Koujaku after work, and we head to my house. Granny isn't home, so I grab some leftover ham and fish and throw together some fried rice.
うまい。
ばあちゃんのよりは味が劣るけどな。
Never.
いや、これはこれでありだな。
He's like,
お世辞とかいらねえですけど。
お世辞じゃねえよ。
oh, he really doesn't. We chat as we finish up dinner, then head upstairs. Ren is sleeping curled up on his favorite cushion in the corner. Koujaku heads straight for the balcony, probably for a smoke. I reach for the ashtray, but Koujaku suddenly stops and turns around. Oh,
タバコは？
that's not what we're here, Oba.
今日はいい。
He wants something else.
あ、そう。
Not in the mood? I sit down on the bed and Koujaku takes a seat next to me. What's going on? I thought he was going to start shooting like he always does, but he just sits there staring at his feet. I look down, thinking there might be something wrong with the floor, but nope, same as ever. Man, what is with this atmosphere? It's stifling. I glance up at him as the awkward silence continues. Am I just imagining it, or is he sitting farther away than usual? I tell myself I'm overthinking it, but the more time passes, the more restless I become. Why isn't he saying anything? Is he about to broach some really heavy subject? I just wish he'd hurry it. Sorry. I just wish he'd hurry up with it. The suspense is bad for my heart. Fine. If he's not gonna say something, I will.
あのさ。
Of course. Again, silence. That was awkward.
悪い。かぶった。先に言えよ。
ああ、いや、なんつうか、なんか飲むもん取ってこようか。
Yes.
おお、いや、大丈夫だ。
そうか。
Beep boop bop. Silence. Now what?
つかさ、俺の気にしすぎかもしれないんだけど。お
Well,
前、なんか離れてない？
possibly.
離れてる？
あ、いや、この距離が。
I indicate the sizable distance between the two of us.
ん特に意味はねえが。
No reason. You know how it be.
そうか。
Smooch. What is this? What is this? He's making me look like the weird one here. I've had enough. Get up and reseat myself closer to Koujaku.
おう。
He's like, ugh. Koujaku greets me for some reason, then turns away. Seriously, what is going on here? Just as I'm starting to get angry, Koujaku mutters something under his breath.
悪かったな。
え？
いろいろ。
ああ、いや、別に気にしてねえし。
What
全然。
Okay, what we talk about? Everything is so tense, not unlike the build-up to a fight. My heart is pounding. I want to run. Suddenly Koujaku looks at me. His expression is dead serious.
少しだけ俺の話をしてもいいか。
Okay, sure.
プラチナジェイルでのことだから、お前は思い出したくないかもしれないけど。
大丈夫。
Okay, let's go.
そうか。
Koujaku lets out a sigh of relief. Honestly, I've been wanting to talk about that too. I sit there quietly, waiting for him to speak.
プラチナジェイルで劉邦がいるって分かった時な。地の果てまで追いかけてやるって思いながら、
We already
誰
talked
も
about
巻き
this.
込みたくねえって思った。
Okay, sorry. I'm like, we already talked about this. This is not what we're talking about.
絶対に巻き込みたくねえって。まあ、結果的には一人じゃ抱えきれなくなっちまったけど。
Sorry, I was trying to see if I could get on my glasses, but I can't. So.
こう、なんだ。改めて言うのもすげえ恥ずかしいんだが、
Oh,
ガキの時のお前の笑顔が心の支えだったって
what are you saying,
言っただろ。
Koujaku?
うん。
この島に戻ってきて、お前と再会して真っ先に決めたことがあってな。もう誰も傷つけねってのと、それから
Also?
お前だけは何があっても絶対に守る。そう思ったんだ。なのに、結局お前を裏切るようなことしちまってた。今すげえ後悔してる。
Okay, yeah, we all feel awful, huh? Koujaku looks at his feet. I, meanwhile, can't hide my surprise.
知らなかった。
うん？
お前がそんな風に思っててくれたこと。
しょうがねえよ。わからなくて当然だ。俺も言わなかったし、言うつもりもなかったし。
俺、お前が俺に隠し事をしてるんだって、そればっかりで、自分のことばっかり考えてた。ひでえな。
I mean, to be fair, it was pretty good at being like, oh no, this is just, there's just other stuff, and you're just like, you sure?
それはもういい。お互いに今は違うって分かってるんだし
we
な。
both know now. We both know now.
ああ、
お前が頭の中に入ってきた時な。今思い出すと夢を見てたような感覚なんだが、あの時昔のことを思い出したんだ。よく二人で遊んで笑って、たまには喧嘩もして、そんなに長い間じゃなかったが、俺にとっちゃ何にも代え難い大切な思い出だ。お前も昔の夢を見たって言ってただろ。偶然なんだろうけど、ちょっと面白いなって思ったよ。
Okay. Koujaku flashes his familiar smile. My cheeks loosen, following his lead.
今はお互い大人になってすっかり変わったと思ってたんだけどさ、そうでもなかったな。俺たち
I don't remember any of the
ガキの
lines,
頃
but
と同じ。
I'm gonna be disappointed if there isn't a line that's just like, well, there's something. It's like, well, there is something different about being adults or whatever. Something kind of like cheesy like that. It's like, well, they're different. Adults can do different things or whatever. I don't. They say those kind of lines a lot in like, not just shoujo, but like stuff like, well, not shoujo because it's like josei, probably more accurate. But I think they say in some shoujo because it's always like, oh, like we're grown up now, hee hee. Grown-ups do stuff. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm just expecting a line like, well, there is something different about being adults, you know? Because I just always expect it.
そうだな。何も変わってねえよ。
Okay, I'll agree with
ち
that.
くせえ
I'll
ガキ
agree
の
with
まんま
that.
だ。でな、島に戻ってきてから今日までのことをいろいろ考えたんだが。
Sorry, I'm like stretching my neck a little bit.
俺、お前のことでずっと頭がいっぱ
Okay,
い
here
だっ
we
た
go.
って思ってよ。
We're here now. We're here now. We're finally here. Oh, sorry. Keep hitting the mic. Sorry.
その、思い出すのも嫌だろうが、グリッターで俺が正気飛ばしちまった時、あっただろ。
あ
あの時のことはほとんど覚えてなくて、だから余計にすまねえって気持ちもあるんだが、ただうっすらと覚えてることがあってよ。こんな風にお前に触れたかったんじゃねえって、なんかそう思った感覚だけが残ってるっつうかな。俺は普通に女を可愛いと思うし、女が好きだ。だからお前に対して触れたいとか思うのはありえねえはずなんだが。
It was this thing where it's like, well, I like girls, but I'm like, you're killing me. Koujaku fiddles with his bangs and looks away. His ears are starting to get a little red. He's going to talk about Did I say it? Did I say it? Or... No. I said I would mention it later. The scene where Aoba is like listening to music on the bed and like he's laying down on his side. I know they're gonna talk about this scene because the joke, like the meme joke on like of Koujaku is that like he saw Aoba like sleeping and was like, yo, and he watched Aoba and did stuff. Let's just say that. I'll say it that way. I remember that is like, I can never forget that because I was just like, ugh! And then everyone else online made fun of him for it. So, and now I'm getting embarrassed.
俺はお前のことを昔から知ってるし、
Not this bro thing again.
ずっと
Oh
大
my
切な
gosh.
ダチだと思ってきたからよ。だからお前のことになるとムキになっちゃうんだって思ってた。
Sorry, I'm sorry.
だが、プラチナジェイルから今日まで、今の今までな、俺、ずっとお前のことを考えてる。それにな、ちょっと前の話だが、
There it is.
お前が部屋で音楽聴きながら寝てる時に、それ知らねえで入っちまったことがあるんだが、その時のお前の表情が頭から離れなくてよ。今から言うことを
It's still funny every time. Sorry. I'm making the model go insane because I keep turning away. Sorry.
なんだよ。
Okay, here we go.
なんかやらしかったっつうか。
To be fair, that CG is gorgeous. Ain't nobody mad, Koujaku, okay?
大切なダチ相手にそんな風に思うとか、やっぱ変だよな。
It's weird to think about your bro like that, yeah.
女は遊んでねえのか？
That's probably... Oh, but that's why he probably stopped cutting hair.
戻ってきてからは全然その気にもならねえし。
そうか。
How am I supposed to respond? I don't know, but you tell me.
まあ正直俺の中ではなんとなく答えが出てるんだ。ただずっと目そらしてなるべく見ないようにしてきた。俺とお前は男だしガチで。
We're both guys
だ
and
からありえ
bros.
ねえと思っ
Like,
て
bruh,
俺の中で
bruh.
殺して
I'm
き
like,
た。
you can
だが
smooch
ダメ
your
だ。
bro. You can smooch
何
your
度殺しても
bro.
復活しやがる。裏を返せばな。それって殺せないほど強い思いなんじゃねえかって思ったよ。
Koujaku is still looking away. By now his ears have turned bright red. What do? Things are getting really weird. I'm pretty sure I know where it's going. Sorry, I'm crying, y'all. There.
そのな。
When Koujaku slides his hand over mine, my heart practically leaps from my throat.
俺どうやらその
Sorry, I guess,
お前に惚れてるみてえだ。
It gets me every time, I'm sorry. My ears and face are probably just as red as Koujaku's. I can feel heat rising from my toes to my head. Koujaku grasps my hand and squeezes tightly.
好きだ。ガキの頃からずっとお前のことが。
Every time, sorry, sorry. Okay. A wave of emotion crests inside me, and I let out a shuddering gasp. What do I do? My chest is so tight I can hardly breathe.
青葉、お前は俺のこと。
He's like, please, I can't. He's like, I run my tongue over parched lips. How do I feel about Koujaku? Is he my best friend? Just someone I like hanging out with? Sorry. Sorry. No. While Koujaku was talking, I reached a conclusion of my own. My heart wouldn't be racing like this if I hadn't. My face wouldn't be burning like this if I hadn't.
俺も俺も同じだと思う。多分。
同じ？
お前のこと大事な幼馴染だと思ってた。大事な友達だって。けど違う。いつの間にか違ってた。多分お前と同じで、その好きなんだと思う。お前のこと。
青葉。
Oh, yeah, there we go. He pulls my hand closer, and suddenly his face is inches from mine. I close my eyes, and then our lips touch. An electric sensation courses through my body. There's a line, he just stepped over it. Our relationship has changed. Now, things will be different. This is the PG-13 version, this is the PG-13 version, this is the PG-13 version. At first our lips just touch, as though neither of us has ever kissed anyone before. But gradually, Koujaku starts to brush his lips against mine. After a moment, he stops and looks me in the eye.
いいのか？
I think he's sure.
何が？
About what? You know what?
もう後戻りはできねえ。ここから先はガチじゃなくなる。
The amount of times they've been like,
今だ。
bro, we won't be bros. Like, if you want to stop, we can still be bro. Like, please. Just be bros who smooch.
俺はお前に無理強いは。
Bro.
うるさい。
Bro. I grab Koujaku by the hair and pull him toward me, shutting him up with my lips. Koujaku freezes for a moment, then he starts to return the kiss. Okay. Should I read this? No, I'll do it. He sucks on my upper and lower lips, and sometimes both at once. My face and ears are burning hot. I can feel our relationship changing by the second. Not the relationship changing by the second. Only moments ago, we were still just friends. Who could have imagined we'd end up like this? I mean, I know guys who are dating each other, and I've kissed some of my friends before as a joke. Never felt this nervous before. As I start to kiss Koujaku back, he takes both his hands and places them on my shoulders.
青葉。
Now, here we go. With a husky whisper, he pushes me gently onto the bed.
信じられねえ。こんな。
I bet you can't. Koujaku gets on top of me and buries his face in my neck.
うわっ
Suddenly my shoulders jerk as a strange sensation runs through my hair. Koujaku has picked up some of my hair and brought it to his lips, almost like you might kiss a lady's hand. However much the feeling in my hair might have faded, I can't believe he would do something like that.
何やってんだよ髪
悪い。我慢できねえ。ずっとこうやって。お前の髪に触れたかったんだ。
I also remember this. Again, one of the few things is this particular scene, because I was just like, that's kind of frisky of Koujaku, you know? Next, he catches some of my hair between his lips. My breath hitches in my throat. The sight of him twirling my hair around his fingers sends a shiver down my spine. Koujaku's beautiful fingers, the tools of his trade, touching my hair. Something about that image is just so sensual.
青葉。
Koujaku kisses me again. As he licks my teeth and fondles my hair, a different sensation builds along my spine. The moment my mouth opens a crack, Koujaku's tongue slips in and pulls mine out. Can I even keep this in? Moist sound. Ooh, not the moist. Moist sounds fills my ear. Oh, fill my ears. The gentle sensation of our tongues intertwining is beginning to feel more natural. Still, I can't believe I'm doing this with Koujaku, a guy who's always been my friend ever since we were kids. Feels like a dream, but it isn't. Koujaku pushes up my shirt, stroking my stomach rubs stomach and ribs with his palms. It tickles a little. When his fingers reach the nubs on my chest, he gently starts to knead them.
うわちょっ
どうした？
いやなんかこそばゆくて
What ticklish?
こそばゆい。
だってなんか
For a moment, we're just horsing around like when we were kids. It's not my fault I'm ticklish there. People don't normally touch my chest.
ダメだ悪いくすぐったいって
お前な。いいさ。そうやっていつまでも笑っていやがれ。
だって
Koujaku covers my lips with his, drinking down my laughter. This time he's a bit more aggressive with his tongue. Brushes my hair between his fingers. Koujaku's hands creep lower until they finally reach my belt. I try to stop him, but Koujaku isn't having it. He kisses me deeply again, sucking my tongue hard, draining my will to resist. He's a really good kisser. Must be all that experience fooling around. Terrible. It's not fair. Koujaku unzips my fly and slips his hand into my underwear. I feel a surge of anxiety. Do we really keep going? Koujaku must be thinking the same thing, because he pulls away from my lips, stops what he's doing, and looks at me.
もう後には引けねえぞ。
He almost sounds like he's trying to convince himself. When I don't respond, Koujaku begins to move his hand. Sighs begin to slip from my mouth, despite my best efforts to stifle them. Oh no. This is embarrassing. Koujaku brings his face to my chest. Okay, sorry. Koujaku brings his face to my chest as he strokes me, dragging his tongue across my skin. My moans grow louder as he teases my nipple with his tongue. I merely felt ticklish earlier, but with the added stimulation from him stroking me, it's starting to feel strange. Koujaku glances up at me.
だよ。まだくすぐってか。
He's just like, Are you serious?
うるせえ。聞くな。あと、あんまりこっち見るな。
なんだい。
恥ずかしいだろうが。変な顔とか、声とか。
こんな状態で言うことかよ。
Koujaku laughs a little and gently kisses my lips. He rains kisses all over my face, on my chin and cheeks, the tip of my nose, and even on my eyelids. This crop, you know what? I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the crop, because this is a pretty good crop. Koujaku kisses me and licks my chest, his eyes staring into mine the whole time. I told him not to stare. Now I feel more annoyed than embarrassed. Emboldened, I reach into Koujaku's pants. Emboldened. Koujaku jerks back in surprise.
何やってんだ。
触らせろよ。俺ばっか割に合わねえだろ。
He's got a point. He's got a point.
いや、でも。
いいから。
He smiles awkwardly and gently grasps my hand to stop me.
今はやばいから。
Now's not a good time.
何が。
お前にいじられたら多分持たね
え。Well, we already here, brother. Bro. He whispers into my ear and gives me a suggestive look. How am I supposed to respond to that? I end up having to look away.
なんか熱いな。
うるさいっつの。
Koujaku smiles at the anger in my voice. The look on his face is so sensual that it makes my heart jump. He can seem awfully sexy at times.
服脱がせるぞ。
Okay.
自分でやるから。
そうか。
I'm not about to let Koujaku have his way in everything. Even though my hands are shaking, I somehow manage to get all my clothes off. By this time, Koujaku has pulled his kimono open wide, baring his upper body. My chest aches a bit when I see the scars and tattoos covering his powerful chest. Those scars, proof of Koujaku's suffering, will never go away. But, in a sense, they're also badges of honor. They're proof that Koujaku survived. I reach out to touch one of the scars, and Koujaku smiles.
ありがとな。
Oh. that's why they should, you know, I was like, it just said thanks, so I was like, okay, he said arigato, and then he had more, and I'm like, oh. Anyway.
だが、ここからは先に謝っとく。加減できなかったらすまん。できるだけ気をつける。
That's what they all say. That's what they say in every BL. Koujaku collapses against my chest. His weight feels nice as I try to catch my breath.
青葉、大丈夫か？
Maybe. He sits up a bit and peers at me. I know that I still have an expression of ecstasy on my face.
つか、お前こそ鼻血止まっ
I
たの
think
か
you
よ。
took care of that.
お前な。
I run my finger over the blood on his face.
やめろよ。
Koujaku grabs my hand and kisses me aggressively before lying down beside me in bed.
ほんと、夢みてえだ。
He wraps his arms around me and strokes my hair. He must be taking more care how he handles my hair this time because it feels more pleasant than painful. I'm pretty out of it already from my climax. The soothing sensation soon has me drifting off into slumber.
なあ、青葉。
うん。
頼み事っつうか、俺の長年の夢みたいなもの
Oh,
があ
it's
るんだ
I know what it is. Okay.
聞いてくれるか？
This is actually really cute.
言ってみろよ。
Koujaku stops stroking my hair, then lifts a bunch and holds it before my eyes.
お前の髪を切らせてほしい。
髪を？
ああ、お前が髪に触られるのが嫌いだってのはよくわかってる。だが、いつかもしお前が大丈夫だって時が来たら、絶対に俺が切るって、ずっとそう思ってたんだ。
It's true that I've never let anyone cut my hair. I've always done it myself. But Koujaku, can't say no to him. Especially not after he called it his lifelong dream.
いいよ。
本当か？
うん。
マジか。
Yeah, brother, yeah.
本当だって。
そうか。そうか、青葉。
He pulls me into a strong hug. He sounds a little too excited.
くすぐって。
ありがとな。
大げさ。
んなことねえよ。俺の夢が叶うんだぜ。正直諦めかけてたんだ。だから本当に
I thought this day would never
感
come.
謝してる。
まあ、
It's nice to see him so happy. Feeling deeply satisfied, bury my face into the base of Koujaku's neck and close my eyes. He takes my hand in his and laces his fingers firmly between mine. And I squeeze back.
青葉。
うん。
青葉。起きろ。もう10時だぞ。
After a minute or two of gentle rocking, I finally open my eyes. I'm so tired. The last thing I want is to get up.
あと5分。
ダメだって。さっきもそれ言ってたぞ。つかいつもそう言って起きないだろうが。
あと4分。
ダメ。
1分。
青葉。起きねえと襲っちまうぞ。
Do things. It's probably
そ
just
れでも
tickling.
いいから。
たく
Koujaku lets out a frustrated laugh, and then I feel the bed shift. Just as I'm wondering what's going on.
青葉起きろ。
うん。えむ
コウジャク
He suddenly starts tickling my sides, and that knocks the drowsiness right out of me.
わかったやめろ起きるからやめ
So
ろ
domestic. I love it. I writhe and scream until Koujaku finally stops. Ugh, tickling me while I was still half asleep. As I struggle to catch my breath, Koujaku wraps his arms around me from behind. He rests his chin on my shoulder.
ほんとお前朝弱いよな。
だって眠いししょうがないだろ。
まあ知ってたけどよ。俺んち来るようになってから余計ひどくなってねえか
Yeah.
そうか
Lately, I've been spending the night at Koujaku's about 3 times a week. The main reason is that going home every night is a pain, so... Also... Well, I still live with Granny, so it's a little awkward. It's been 3 months since we got together. Somehow it feels like both ages and no time at all. Maybe that's because we were friends to begin with. Not all that much has changed. Koujaku still comes over for dinner. He started cutting his hair. Oh, and he started cutting hair again too. Still, I can't be certain Granny hasn't caught on.
ああ、あれか。お前、
なんだよ
うちに来て寝起きが悪くなったってことはだ。俺
Probably.
に甘えてんのか
Koujaku squeezes me tight and ruffles my hair.
言ってろ
この髪の手触り、気持ちいいんだよな。我ながらいい仕事してると思うぜ。
くすぐったいっつーの
Thanks to Koujaku, I have short hair for the first time in my life. Even touching my hair was always painful, so I was sure that cutting it would hurt. But when the time finally came, the sensation had largely left my hair. It was almost anticlimactic how little pain there ended up being. That said, my first time getting a haircut, so it did feel a bit strange. I can still hear the sound of the scissors. No matter how many times I told him it didn't hurt, Koujaku still took the utmost care. And that's why it took 2 whole hours to finish it. Well, I'm just glad Koujaku got to have his fun. By the way, he put my hair clippings into a Paulonia box, saying he treasured them forever. I'm sure it comes as no surprise that I thought this was a touch creepy at first, but Koujaku convinced me that the hair held a lot of sentimental value for him. Ultimately, I gave in.
もう慣れたか短いのには。
うなじがスースーする感じがどうも頭が軽いし
That's how I feel whenever I let my hair grow really, really long. My old length used to be like to my waist, and then I would cut it a little bit, and then I got so tired of having to deal with it because it was so hard to take care of, so I just started cutting it. And so whenever I cut my hair, I feel my head always feels so light, so
そのうち慣れるだろ
息吹きかけんな
it's stop that. I lean into Koujaku to shield the back of my neck. He pats the top of my head in response.
う。こうやっても痛くないんだよな。も
あ
う不思議だよな。お前あんなに嫌がってたのに。
あ俺もそう思う
俺としてはお前の髪を触り放題で嬉しい限りだがな。
He's like, wow, dreams do come true.
おかげでいつもぐしゃぐしゃだし
ちゃんと直してやってるだろう。そういやよ、前から聞いてみてえことがあったんだが、いいか。
ん
お前、俺が初めてだったんだよな。
Of course.
は 何が？
You know what he means.
あれだ。そっちの経験的な意味で。
Where's this coming from? I gave Koujaku the dirtiest look I can manage. I thought it might fluster him a little, but no, he looks serious. Well, now I'm the one feeling awkward.
まあ、男とはお前が初めてだけど。
そうか。
Koujaku is visibly relieved, which kind of pisses me off.
なんだよ。なんで安心してんだよ。
いや、別に。
別にじゃねえよ。お前、俺のことどういう目で見てたんだよ。
そうじゃねえって。お前さ、ガキの頃は女の子みたいに可愛かっただろ。
Not this again.
俺の中であの時の印象が強いんだよ。
今はどこからどう見ても男にしか見えねえだろうが、冗談じゃねえよ。
俺からすれば今も。
Oh my god, Koujaku.
あ？
嘘、冗談だ。ただ、今も昔も可愛いとは思うがな。
Whatever you say, Koujaku.
嬉しくねえし。
Koujaku cracks a funny smile and strokes my hair again.
じゃあ聞くけど、そういうお前はどうなんだよ。
Almost like I know the answer.
俺？男か？
Yes.
そ
ねえよ。男とはもちろんお前が
Not
初め
that
てだ。
you're special. Not that you're
安心しろ。
special.
大事にする。
う。アホ。鼻血吹いたくせに。
That's true, that's true.
お前、まだそれを。今は吹かねえだろうが。
Koujaku shoots me a baleful glare. Ah, revenge is sweet.
そうだ。お前今日仕事は？
午後からだ。
それじゃあ終わったら平凡集合な。今日はうちで夕飯食いたいから。
わかった。
女と遊んでくんなよ。
遊ばねえよ。
I
つか
don't
も
do
う
that
遊んでねえし。
anymore. Now that we're a couple, Koujaku has completely stopped hooking up with girls. I mean, he's still nice to his fans, but he stopped having them over or taking them on dates. He got really mad the one time I asked him if he was just resisting the urge out of respect for me. Apparently, he doesn't have eyes for anyone else now that he has the man of his dreams. Man, how embarrassing.
やっと目覚めてきた。飯作るからどいて。
But instead of letting go, he just buries his face deeper into my collarbone.
こうじゃく？
体の具合はどうだ？頭痛とかもう大丈夫なのか？
ああ、そうだな。最近は調子いいよ。
My headaches completely disappeared after the tower collapsed. I stopped hearing his voice too. But I feel that he hasn't vanished completely. After all, he's part of me. All I ever really wanted was to live a peaceful life with Granny. During my time in Platinum Jail, I learned a lot about myself. I learned what despair was. I learned about my power, the power to destroy people. It felt like a curse, not a blessing. When the other me tried to take control, I was ready to give in. If I couldn't live a normal life, what did anything matter? It was Koujaku who changed my mind. He reminded me that it was my power that brought him back. I think that's what gave me the strength to fight. Koujaku freed me, destroyed the part of me trapped in despair. I don't know if he'll ever resurface again, but I'm not scared anymore. Now I have Koujaku.
もし具合が悪くなったらすぐ言えよ。俺はもう心に決めてるんだからな。
He squeezes me tight.
お前のこと本気で一生大事にするって。
いきなり何言ってんだバカ。ほら、もう目覚めたからどけって。飯作るし。
このまま台所まで行こうぜ。
バカ言うなっつうの。言って。
For all our horsing around, I'm deeply grateful to have Koujaku by my side. Everything has changed, yet nothing has. Being together like this, like always, means more to me than anything. Yeah! That's one ending down. Woo! Thank you, Koujaku. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright, so we're just gonna wait till the credits get through. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yay! We did it! Alright, so I didn't expect to reach the ending here, but here we are. So, yay, we have completed Koujaku's good ending route. I will probably do the bad ends at the end, towards the end of the full playthrough, basically. Probably something similar to like what I did for Slow Damage, unless I don't think I'll be accidentally running into a bad end because I've played this before, so so I think we'll just go with like the good ends, and then we'll just do the bad ends before we do the true ending route. So yeah, oh my gosh, reliving, replaying Koujaku's route has made me you know, it's very nostalgic because Dramatical Murder came out, I believe, when I was in college. Like, it was localized into English when I was in college, so that's a very long time ago for me. So it's you know, it's been a lot of fun replaying and rediscovering and re-experiencing Dramatical Murder in the year 2025. But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun, and it's been again an experience to kind of see at least Koujaku in like another way, another light. I'm not quite sure what word to use, but I guess the word is re-experiencing him has been quite funny because you know, before when I was younger, it's like you know, your tastes are different and the things you have in mind and the kind of person you are is very different. But you know, it's been like, how many years has it been actually when it first came out? When it first came out, like for real, I think it was like, I could say it was probably like 15 years ago. Maybe it was 15 years ago. I don't remember the exact year, but yeah, it was a long time ago. You know, it's like you're still you, but things change in that amount of time. So yeah, like, you know, like I made jokes about how I was like, it's funny that Koujaku is my favorite character because I hate, not hate, but it's like I have like disdain towards like Playboy characters. I'm always just like, I hate them. These days, that's how I am. But it's just so funny because I still to this day really love Koujaku, regardless, even though I've never swayed. But again, who knows, maybe replaying this I'll change my mind and I'll be like, you know what, you know, maybe I like this character more. But as in a replaying game, like I was like, oh, maybe I do like this character's route more. But Koujaku will never leave me. So I just love Koujaku so much. Even when I'm roasting him, I still love Koujaku. He just has a lot of, you know, he has a lot of charm to him, and also You know, I'm a sucker for childhood friends who are a bit clumsy and awkward and cute and domestic when it comes down to it. So, yeah, can't say I had a bad time. So next episode we will be exploring noises route. I just tend to go in like the suggested order. Because that's kind of how I did it with Slow Damage too. Not that I really had much of a choice. It was more so like you can either do Rei or Taku first, and that was the way it had to be. But I pretty much just followed the order I thought was correct anyway, where I was like, oh, I think Taku should be played first, then Rei. But in Dramatical Murder, it's just like, yeah, they do have a suggested order, but you can go in any order you want to. And I think it's because of the amount of things you learn lore-wise. It's Koujaku, Noise, Mink, and Clear, because the amount of actual like plot lore that's not only personal to the relationship of that route, that is the best way to go about, and then you do the true route, etc. So, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, it feels good to to be able to play Dramatical Murder after having to skip for so long. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. As always, please check me out on all my social medias. Con season is upon me. It's a little slower this year, as I've mentioned before, but my next convention, now that Phoenix Fan Fusion is done, is MetroCon in Tampa, Florida, at the end of July. So if you guys are Floridians and you are going there, hit me up. You know, say hi. I'm gonna try to have a bunch of like Boys Love Series stickers because, you know, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of old merch. So, yeah. So this is part of my trade-off here. But check me out on all social media at afishplanet, mostly Instagram, TikTok, sort of Twitter, Bluesky. Check out my podcast, You Can Smooch Tho, a podcast about all things boys love and other related items, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube Podcasts. Check out my Ko-Fi shop that I still need to update as of now, but we're working on it. Check it out. Again, afishplanet. And as always, it's tough out there in the world, but as much as you can, please stay happy, stay healthy, stay well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Night night.